Welcome back to the channel. It's me, your host Amy from Penventure, and sit back, relax, because in this video review we will have a blast from the past. Due to the nature of my hobby, passion, I get to experience a lot of interesting and peculiar fountain pens. The story of today's fountain pen is that one. In this video review, we will tackle a fountain pen from a company that's no longer with us. First of all, let me share a few facts regarding this company. So this company is named the Delta Pen Company. It was based in Naples, and it was co-founded by two people, one of them being Salvadore's father. Everyone knows Salvadore. Salvadore is the current in-charge man of Leonardo Officina Italiana's. His father, Ciro Matrone, a good friend of mine, was the co-founder of the Delta Pen Company. With Delta, it's something very interesting. At the beginning, I have to say that I wasn't too much drawn into their designs and their writing instruments, but oh boy, taste is developed while eating. I've started to experience with their writing instruments, and I was very captured after seeing a few of them and getting to experience a few of them. Recently, someone asked me to retail through the Penventure website on the consignment section some Delta writing instruments. I got to experience the subject of our review, two writing instruments that are sublime. Let's dive into the review as usual. I'm going to show you some of the features of this fountain pens. Then we will move into a side-by-side size comparison, writing sample, and in the end I'll share some of my current thoughts regarding them, and we will end the video. I'm going to start with the box first because they do come in boxes with all documents, and we have here the certificate of warranty, certificato di garanzia, some Delta apparel, and we have a few informations regarding the fountain pens, the filling system, and the booklet, and one black ink bottle. I want to move the box aside because what's important is the pen inside. Let me show you the first model, and this is the fountain pen in question. This is a Delta Dolcevita. It is the oversized model made from a very pretty orange caramel celluloid. I am very familiar with this celluloid, being a celluloid that I've experienced at different brands. For example, in the Montegrappa Nazionale Flex, I've seen this celluloid. It is gorgeous. Now, let me walk you through all of the design features. I'm going to tell you a few things that are very interesting regarding the story of this fountain pen. And let's start first with the finial. And I don't know if you guys can spot, but we have a small stone on the finial. In the box you will find also the certificate for the stone itself. With Delta, it is very familiar to have certain trims like semi-precious stones on the finial. If I remember correctly, there is another collection from Delta that had trims like this, and if I'm not mistaken, that one is the Delta Papillon Millennium, but don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert in Delta. It is very pretty, very simple, it's beautiful, and it is set in the middle of the finial. The finial is completely flat, the edge is a little bit more polished, so it's not cut abruptly. We have this ring right here, then we have the clip, which is very interesting, and it's very simple. It starts to taper in towards the wheel, but it is not a wheel like we are accustomed to this setup in the Leonardo family. It is almost like a ball. Visually, I like this one much more. The cap shape is very simple, straight, comes down towards the cap band configuration, and we have a slight flare out, and the thickest point of the cap is at the cap band. All of the trims of this fountain pen look like silver, but they are not, or at least this is what I'm seeing. We have this small ring, which is not silver. Then we have the cap band, and we do see that there is a silver hallmark on the opposite side of the clip, which is something very, very synonymous with Delta. I do own a Delta Roma Imperiale. On that fountain pen, we have the same setting with the same cap band. I think it's very synonymous to Delta, this shape of the cap band. Then we have another piece of celluloid and the cap ending with a massive step down. This is not flushed in towards the barrel or nothing like this. If we turn the cap like this, we will get to see that there is Delta Italy right here engraved and the number of the limited edition, 1 of 6. This is where the story of this fountain pen comes. This fountain pen was made into a collection together with another similar to this. At least this one, we can call it a precious stone because it is a diamond. On the ruby version, which is this pink one, we have 1 of 6. On the diamond, we have 1 of 2. The story behind this fountain pens is that, and I got in contact with Ciro. He vaguely remembers this fountain pens, and he told me that they were made for the Asia market, for a collector in Asia. From what I've tried and accomplished to translate from Italian in English, I've understood that they were made for a friend of the brand. This is as much as I know at this moment. Let's open the cap and let's see what we find as a nib. And we have one complete turn and we uncap the fountain pen. I'm going to put the cap aside and I'm going to show you the nib. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous Delta nib. It's a size 8 gold nib, 14 karat. We have the nib size engraved, and this is powered by a ebonite feed. It is friction fitted. For these two fountain pens, we have extra fine, fine, and broad as a nib size available. Moving forward, we have the section, and the section is very, very nice. It is a chunky one, 40 millimeters in diameter, but again, I find it to be very comfortable. It looks something like this. When you hold it, we have this feature, this slight flare out towards the end of the section. This will prevent your fingers from slipping, and the section has pretty much the same overall diameter, slightly increasing, but nothing crazy, towards the cap threads. The cap threads are very, very little in aspects of size. Visually, they do not stand out too much, and if you are holding your fountain pens a little bit higher, I see no reason why you cannot hold them by the threads themselves. Then we have the barrel of the fountain pen starting from here. There isn't any step up or nothing whatsoever. The barrel looks very, very nice, and it runs increasing in diameter slightly towards the end knob. On the barrel, we can observe the beauty of this caramel celluloid, being that it has a very, very nice play of colors in that celluloid, and you can observe that there is stripes varying in aspects of the shade of orange, and it is lovely. I love the celluloid a lot. Moving forward, we have this ring that is marking the end of the barrel itself. It is slightly, and I'm gonna show you so you guys can see, it is covering the step down in between the barrel and the piston knob. And the piston knob, it's not actually a piston knob because it's a blind cap. If we open it like this, we get access to the filling system itself, and like with all Deltas, this is supposed to be a piston, but I have a hunch. I don't think this is a piston. I think this is a captured converter, glued converter inside. It has that feature that prevents overturning the piston knob. Yeah, you heard that. Pretty much it holds a huge ink volume. If I'm not mistaken, something in between 1.2 and 1.5 5 milliliters of ink. Blind cap, it has threads, metal threads, everything is very tight. From the first look in regards to this fountain pens, I would dare to say that they are new old stock, never been used, because I don't see massive signs of use and they look just like new. Now that we got over what means features, let me show you a side-by-side size comparison with other fountain pens, and I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison with a lot of orange fountain pens. Here we have the Delta Dolcevita in caramel celluloid standing side by side with other fountain pens, not only other fountain pens but other orange fountain pens. We have from left to right Leonardo Momento Zero Mango, then we have Stipula Etruria Classica Alter Ego Celluloid, Scribo Fil Zucca, Delta Dolcevita in caramel celluloid, Leonardo Momento Zero Grande Pura, and we have Momento Magico from Leonardo in Miele. Here we have a side-by-side snapshot of the same fountain pens uncapped, so you can better understand the size of this fountain pen. It is a oversized, but again, it's very practical. Let's have some measurements for the Delta Dolcevita Oversize in caramel celluloid. Capped, the fountain pen measures 143 millimeters. Uncapped is 135 millimeters. The diameter of the section is 14 millimeters. And the weight of the fountain pen fully inked and capped is 50 grams and uncapped is 33 grams. Since the only ink that I have on my table is the Leonardo Black, I think it's suited for us to ink this fountain pen with this black ink. That's it. Let me wipe the section clean off. I'm going to put everything back together and let's see how it's writing. It is not a fountain pen that you can use posted. It's not posting very securely. And we have the pen. Oh, it's very nice. Delta Dolce Vita Oversize in caramel celluloid. And now we have the nib, and this is a 14 karat gold size 8 fine nib. And we have the ink, and this is Leonardo Black, and the paper Tomoe River 52 GSM. And now let's have a wetness test. Ooh, sweet wetness. It is a fire hose of a nib, and this is why I love this nib. Now let's see some normal figure of eights, and this is a very wet fine nib. I would go as far as saying that this is close to medium. Then we have some flexing. Let's push this nib a little bit and see what's capable of. We do have some line variation, nothing in regards of calling it a flex nib, but if you want to add a little bit of character to your writing, is there, you can do it. I think it's time to write the famous sentence, and I'm going to try to do it calligraphic as possible. And we have the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Well, the nib performs wonderful. It is with a hint of feedback, nothing unpleasant. Being a fine nib, it's wet, it's smooth, it doesn't have any hard starts, any skipping, any whatsoever. I have been struggling to find nibs like this in our days. I'm pretty sure that the guys over at Delta, if they were around these days, we will have some very interesting fountain pens, designs, and all of that, because to be honest, I think they were ahead of time. Although they went under and closing the factory sometime in 2016 or 2017, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I think they were ahead of time. And their fountain pens, I kid you not, they look like sci-fi. They're very, very interesting. They have a very nice and very original design, shape, feel. I like them a lot. I didn't like them in the first place when I first experienced them, but with time and opening more and more to what is new in regards of things that are new from my usual collecting habits, I found them to be very nice. At this moment, you can find these fountain pens in our consignment section on the website. If you're interested to own one, into the description of this video, I want to leave you guys some links. You can enter there and you can choose in between these two fountain pens if you want to own one. Every single nib that comes with this fountain pen can be checked and adjusted by myself. You just need to let me know into the notes of the order if you want something in particular. I'm going to take care of everything. Thank you for spending your time with me on the Penventure YouTube channel, reviewing the Delta Caramel Dolcevita Oversize. Don't forget, if you want to support me doing videos like this, please give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot. And if you want to see me doing more content and reaching out to many more passionate individuals just like you and like me, subscribe to the Penventure YouTube channel. You can do that right now by clicking here and turn the notification bell on. Of course, if you want to see more quality content from Penventure and myself, click on this video right here and enjoy. My name is Emi and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, stay strong. Ciao, bye bye.